They say it's climate change, but you think there's other motives here. What are your thoughts on that?
There are always other motives you can't find out. I'm not. I cannot look in their books, but there is always a second agenda and a third agenda. They need the space. We have how many people we have here now? You know, 16 million, I thought. So it's getting busy.
The government is making us work for them. Well, it's the other way around, bro. We all pay taxes here. As long as we pay taxes, they are working for us.
Do this, do that. No, don't say no about us or go the other way. You fucker, we elected you, do your fucking job you paid for. If not, get the fuck out of there.
Lincoln J for Rebel News here at Vondel Park in Amsterdam. Now, we're going to go around asking people today here in the city of Amsterdam what they think about the government's environmental policies on nitrogen emission. Now, for those of you that don't know, it's as simple as that. The government is bringing in new environmental policies on nitrogen emission that the farmers believe is going to completely decimate the agricultural sector here in the Netherlands. Now, my colleague Louis Brackpool and I are going to take a walk around the park, ask people what are their overall thoughts on these policies, why do they think the government is implementing these policies, and what are the farmers going to do if their business is completely wiped out? Because for these farmers, it's not just about money. This is a way of life for them. And a lot of people in the more northern parts of the Netherlands, in the more rural parts, believe that people here in the city of Amsterdam are out of touch and don't truly realize where their food comes from. So today we're going to find out if that's the case. Let's check it out. Why do you think the government's doing this? They say it's for climate change. Do you think it's that? Do you think it might be something else?
Yeah, when it comes to politics, it's always hard to determine what it is about. On one side, you can understand that, okay, if there's something to do with the global, quote-unquote, global warming, okay, I understand that. But at the same time, on the other side, they still have to live, they still have to manage, and we still have to eat. So people actually every day go shopping and gets food on the table, but somebody has to make it happen. So those farmers, sweat and tears every day to actually make it happen. And at the same time, you have people on the other side saying, well, they're doing too much waste. So, yeah, how do you balance it all together? So that's a little bit difficult.
Actually, I don't know really what they are doing, but the farmers, they are hard, If what they want, they will get it eventually. And I think, they're doing a good job.
Why do you think the government is trying to implement these policies, right? So they're basically on the amount of nitrogen the farmers can use. The farmers believe it's going to kill their business. Why do you think the government's doing this?
The government, they only think about themselves. It doesn't matter they don't care about anybody else.
The government doesn't give a fuck about the climate. Since when the government gives a fuck about the climate? The government only gives a fuck about the money. But we here forget that the government is working for us. The government is making us work for them. Well, it's the other way around, bro. We all pay taxes here. As long as we pay taxes, they are working for us. But they say it's a democratic country, but
You have a farmer that has a farm that is 100, 200 years in the family. That's a different story than somebody just opens a farm just to do some things. But I can understand it's a legacy from the grandparents, the parents for them. I can understand that it's be 100, 150 years in the family. It's a way of life. But you can talk and you can use violence. And
the violence, not a good thing.
I also have those problems sometimes.
Violence is never good. No one wants to see violence. No one wants to see violence.
People, if I come with a discussion with you, some point I have, you know what? I'm fed up. We're gonna fight. That's what's happening. People ain't listening. The government works for us, not the other way around. If we go over there, do this, do that. No, don't say no about us or go the other way. You fucker, we elected you. Do your fucking job you paid for. If not, get the fuck out of there.
Like the climate change and everything, they're thinking that it will be better if they stop it, but probably it won't.
Exactly. So what are the farmers supposed to do if they, it's not just their money, but it's their way of life, right? So what do they do if they get killed right out of business?
Yeah, I don't know. They just can't go on the street and say like I need a new job because they don't know anything else than just being on the farm with the animals and like that. So I don't know. It's hard for them.
Well, I think there's going to be a small civil war. If they don't get enough money to sell out money, what they're entitled to, because they invested all those years in their company, and there are the tax company knows that, and some of them have sky high loans by the bank, so I can imagine it's going to be a lot of mayhem. And if the government is honest and they give the money they're entitled to, I think there is no problem at all.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you want to check out all of our work here in the Netherlands, we've created a special website where you can do just that. It's called farmerrebellion.com. Through that website, you can check out all of our full reports from our trip here in the Netherlands. And if you appreciate the honest, independent journalism that we are providing, you can consider making a donation through that same website. Thanks so much, guys.